So today I'm just going to be running you guys through, it's pretty much my summer foundation / contouring routine that I'm doing at the moment. It's summer here in Australia and it's been so hot, so I've stopped using foundation. So I was going to go through what I do to get a flawless complexion without having layers and layers and layers of makeup on. So we'll get straight into it. First step is to use your chosen foundation or BB cream or tinted moisturiser. The one that I am using is the Maybelline Dream Fresh BB cream, and it's in the colour light, and it's actually a little bit too light for my skin at the moment because I do have a fake tan on. So your next step is using your chosen concealer. The one that I've used is your L'Oreal Paris True Match, and it looks like this. I put that underneath my eyes and anywhere else that needs any extra coverage or highlighting.
White lips, pale face, breathing in snowflakes, burnt lungs, sour taste. Lights gone, days end, struggling to pay rent, long nights, strange men. They say she's in the class 18, stuck in her daydream. Been this way since 18, but lately her face seems slowly sinking, wasting, crumbling like pastries, and they scream.
Okay, the next step is some more highlighting. I'm using the L'Oreal Lumi Magic highlighter pen. And this one is great for highlighting underneath or on top of the cheekbones, which is what I'll be showing you, and I'm just going to be blending that out with a beauty blender. If you don't have a beauty blender, use a sponge because this does go a little bit weird when you just use your fingers. If you're using a sponge or a beauty blender, it blends out a lot nicer.
They say she's in the class 18, stuck in her daydream. Been this way since 18, but lately her face seems slowly sinking, wasting.
That much makeup you put on.
There's not much makeup at all.
Is this that why all those girls look so beautiful? Because they, I might not camera, I might.
Yes, you are now.
Crumbling like pastries, and they scream. The worst things in life come free to us, cause we're just under the upper hand. I'm going mad for a...
This step is optional. If you like to have that little bit of extra coverage, you can do this. Because the BB cream was so light for me, I'm going to be going over it just with this Australis Fresh and Flawless pressed powder, and just using a stipple.
And she don't wanna go outside tonight, and in a pipe she flies to the motherland, or sells love to another man. It's too cold outside.
Okay, now onto the actual contouring of the face. To contour, I'm using the Chi Chi Real Minerals foundation in a powder, and it is in the colour medium. I like to use this one because it is totally matte, and it's so hard to find a drugstore product that is matte. So I've chosen this foundation. I'm putting it in the camera. I've chosen this because it does give you that little bit of extra coverage, but you can really build it up to the colour that you like. And the brush I'm using is just a sort of tapered end brush. These brushes I got off eBay, and I will do a review on them, but I find this is really handy because you can just sort of drag it along the cheek, and it's got that thinner edge, so you can use that for the edges of your nose as well. With contouring, you want to contour the places on your face where you want to look like there is a shadow. So for most people, it's underneath the cheekbones to make your cheekbones stand out, and down the sides of the nose to make that look smaller. Some people also like to do your forehead. If they have a larger forehead, they like to put the contour at the top here. I don't actually do that because I have got quite a narrow forehead, so I don't really need to do that. So I'm going to go through where I contour.
For angels to fly, for angels to fly, ripped gloves, raincoat, tried to swim, stay afloat, dry house, wet clothes.
Before I go through contouring the nose, everyone has a different type of nose. So depending on what the shape is, depends on how you're going to contour. So for instance, my nose, I've got quite close set eyes, so the bridge of my nose is very narrow. and the end of my nose is quite a bit larger than the top. So what I like to do is just contour down the sides of the end of my nose and underneath. So a lot of people do carry it from their eyebrow down, but I find that when I do that, it makes my eyes look even more close together and doesn't give me the desired effect that I want. So instead of contouring down the sides here, I put a highlight in between here and a highlight here to make that look wider. So just play around with different types of contouring. There's a lot of videos out there on nose contouring and different shapes, so have a look at those just to see what type of nose you have and to contour accordingly.
Loose change, banknotes, weary-eyed, dry throat, cool girl, no phone. They say she's in the class 18, stuck in her daydream, been this way since.
So for a little bit of extra highlight, I'm using the Models Prefer highlighter. I've got this the other day and it's really, really good. And just patting that on the tops of my cheek just to give it a little bit more of a glow.
But lately her face seems slowly sinking, wasting, crumbling like pastries, and they scream the worst things in life come free to us, 'cause we're just.
So for the eyes, you can do this in a number of different ways. I'm just going to do a simple contour in the crease and highlight over the rest of the lid. So for the lid, I'm using the Colour Theory, I have mentioned this before, just this light pinky colour. And it's not crazy sparkly or anything, so I like to put that over the entire lid up to the eyebrow up here, so that just highlights that a little bit and on the inner corner. And to do the actual contour of the crease, I was using the Colour Tattoo, it's in the colour Tough as Taupe, and it's a matte cream eyeshadow, so I really like this for using it in the crease because you haven't got any of the extra glitter in there.
The upper hand, I'll go mad for a couple grams, but she don't wanna go outside tonight. And in a pipe she flies to the motherland and sells love to another man. It's too cold outside for angels to fly. An angel will die covered in white, closed eye, hoping for a better life. This time we'll fade out tonight, straight down the line. And they say she's in the class 18, stuck in her daydream, been this way since 18.
And just to further highlight the inner corners of my eyes, I'm using a Bella Pierre Cosmetics pigment called Sensation. And it is just a really pretty white. It is quite glittery, so I'm only using a little bit, but it's a really pretty white, shimmery sort of shade that can just highlight the inner corners of your eyes.
Lately her face seems slowly sinking, wasting, crumbling like pastries.
For a blush, I'm using the Chi Chi Mosaic Tile in Pink Rose. And I'm just using this sort of peachy colour here. It's a really nice pink, and just patting that onto my cheek.
The worst things in life come free to us, and we're all under the upper hand. I'm going mad for a couple grams, and we don't wanna go outside tonight. In the pipe, fly to the motherland, or sell love to another man. It's too cold